Just 2 days after the primary, debate about raising the minimum wage heats up after comments by Republican U.S. Senate candidate Thom Tillis.
Yesterday, Tillis, who's running for Senate against Democrat Kay Hagan, said paying workers here in the mountains the same minimum wage as those in Boston, quote, makes no sense. News 13's John Lee is streaming live in West Asheville. And John, you're at a backdrop that gives us a snapshot of what the candidates are fired up about.
That's right. It is Rocky's Hot Chicken Shack here in West Asheville, a great place to sample that flavor of public opinion, the home of the Wall of Flame, and the sign here that says, "I ain't afraid of no ghost pepper." Turns out a lot of folks around here passionate when it comes to that issue of pay.
It's the only place I know I can get chicken hot enough to suit me.
At the very minimum, we expected the usual lunchtime crowd. Here at Rocky's, home of spicy fried chicken, we put a hot topic on the table.
Yeah, really?
Debra Corpening has a window seat to the everyday struggle.
I think it ought to be raised. The cost of living out there doesn't match what the minimum wage is now.
Sitting right across from Josh Edwards, who says many of us minimize how complicated the federal wage issue is.
But I think there should be a lot more into it to make it a state issue because every area is different. And if you do it globally like that, it doesn't really reflect well. I mean, the minimum wage isn't going to get somebody as far in California.
Both sides of that table understand the potential downside. Debra realizing small businesses could suffer.
Well, it'd be bad to see those small businesses go out because they couldn't afford to pay minimum wage, but they should be prepared.
No way. That's a minimum amount.
Rockies may seem like an odd form.
Since I get a higher minimum wage, I can afford a tattoo.
The mountain group Just Economics says the restaurant is among 300 living wage certified employers locally paying above minimum.
The better care we take of them, the better quality we get.
Just Economics estimates a living wage to be $11.85 an hour or $10.35 with employer-provided health insurance.
What we know is that when more low and moderate income folks have more money in their pockets, they spend that money in the local economy.
Even some supporters acknowledge increasing the minimum wage wouldn't come without a cost.
If it's a fixed equation and you have to pay more, you'll pay fewer people. Ultimately,
we'll hear politicians across the country make their arguments for and against, while everyday folks like Debra grow frustrated that the window of opportunity isn't what it used to be.
It's hard to survive.
And so that discussion around the table is likely to continue as that campaign intensifies, the campaign in the Senate race between Tillis and Hagan. Reporting live here in West Asheville, John Lee, News 13.